I greet you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. Event is coming soon. YouTube channel. Here's the latest intel.
Did those huge changes really just happen? By Jonathan Carty. I don't know if I will be able to fit everything that has happened into this one article. That's how many big things have occurred in just this last week. I really do believe that our meditation from a couple weeks ago allowed a logjam to be cleared and progress to be made that wasn't really happening before. I see things happening in myself and in everyone else, and I know things are moving along nicely. Thank you to those who pointed out that the Cobra interview I posted here was from last year. Please disregard it. We have a new March interview with Cobra by the Prepare for Change team. There is audio and a transcript at the link here. We also have an addition interview with Dr. Michael Salla from a few days ago as of the time of this writing in regards to the most current intel we have been getting from Corey. Dr. Salla has been spreading it far and wide, which is awesome. Asgardia is still chugging along and the breakaway civilization is on its 5th degree. Speaking of breaking away, I got an email from the folks who were creating that satellite that would be able to photograph objects in orbit. I contributed to it a while back and I have been getting updates about it. I will reiterate a quote from Cobra's blog about it. 2012 Portal, 3rd, a Canadian team has developed a project of launching a crowd-funded satellite that will search for extraterrestrial craft. People who will contribute to the project will have access to the satellite's data. This is the first satellite ever publicly launched that will actively search for extraterrestrial presence in Earth orbit, and what is even more important, it will be in the hands of the people and not NASA. Imagine being able to take photos through a crowd-funded satellite moments after NASA cuts off live feed from ISS. Here is the update I received. We have the satellite ready, and currently are waiting on interorbital.com for our launch. Feel free to contact them and put some pressure on them, because once they're ready to launch us, we're in orbit. If some of you remember, Dr. Phil recently did an entire episode on the Pizza Paydogate scandal and had one of its victims on the show in a worldwide expose which I wrote an article about and included the video in. So far 3-4 of my co-workers have seen it and they were just in absolute disgust. One of them could not finish it. Shortly after that episode aired, a Dutch media company took Dr. Phil off the air. True Activist, a translated quote from Dutch media RTL, says the Dr. Phil show was cancelled because of different choices in programming. Because the show has been airing for almost 15 years and because the elite pedophilia ring was exposed last week, the timing is curious. No doubt this episode gave the elite there quite a scare. Hell yes. Now I will categorize everything as I have done in previous posts. Although firstly I would like to bring up an article I found that originated on 4chan or another forum website where the folks there were discussing how people remembered a movie that supposedly didn't exist and that this was a consequence of the Mandela effect. Well, the movie exists and the humor YouTube channel College Humor found it and uploaded it to their channel. Mashable, that fact has not stopped multitudes on the internet from believing in this fictional movie. While traces of this invented film have popped up over the years, it's only in the last month that confused nostalgia for something that never existed has boiled over into a frenzy. Many of us already know about the Mandela effect and there are many examples of this being proven to happen. Anyways, I just wanted to share and document this as it was a big thing like a month or two ago. Geopolitics. The plates in the crust of the mantle of geopolitics are shifting as the foreign policy of the United States has shifted dramatically recently. I almost couldn't believe my eyes when I read this headline, but sure enough, after rubbing my eyes and letting it sink in, I finally found my ground after reading the following words. Sputnik, White House, U.S. must accept political reality that Assad is Syria's president. In a daily news conference on Friday, White House spokesman Sean Spicer stated plainly that the United States needs to accept the political realities on the ground in Syria, namely, that Bashar al-Assad is the sovereign country's president and leader. Rather, the U.S. must concentrate on ousting Daesh from the region, Spicer added. Now it's possible they are just talking out of the other side of their mouth, but they have never said anything like this before. They have never given up their plans to remove Syria's president, who was elected by their people, by the way. With the Russo-Iranian and others' axis in Syria working to reverse the damage done by the Jesuits-created Daesh, I am positing that the US simply had no choice but to admit defeat, which is exactly what they have done. Brace yourselves for more anti-Russian/Chinese/Iranian/anyone who gets in RF Kingway war drums to be banging as the cabal inches closer to defeat. There is great progress in Syria, as we find out if we read the following headline. Sputnik, Daesh commanders are fleeing as battle to liberate Raqqa draws nearer. In an interview with Sputnik Turkey, Nazarhek Mansour, commander of the Syrian Democratic Forces, SDF, said that Daesh commanders are fleeing Raqqa as the army successfully advances toward the city. The commander said that the Syrian forces are about 5 to 10 kilometers away from reaching Raqqa. Not only this occurred, but another batch of Vault 7 leaks were released the other day that included the CIA's tools to disguise attacks as originating in other countries. Russian hacking anyone? RT, a Marble Framework document reveals it supports the ability to add foreign languages to malware. Now comes the fun stuff. It reads, listing Chinese, Russian, Korean, Arabic and Farsi in example code, indicating the potential for the CIA to divert attention to international actors. So the entire Russia hacked us argument is total crap at this point. I don't even know why they are still using it. Is anyone even listening to them? I'm sure there are, sadly. But there will be no war like the cabal wants. Financial. To be honest, I stopped following the financial aspect of this whole thing because I think that everything will probably be fine and that the alliance is keeping everything together or is forcing the cabal to make behind-the-scenes changes that will result in a smoother transition for humanity at the event. So at this point I am not worried or am paying any attention to doomsday financial crash predictions. If some SH was gonna go down, it would have last year. I would still encourage everyone to prepare the best they can for their own situation, calmly, but I am not so worried about it anymore. I am staying informed though, which I also encourage everyone to do. Arrests. News4Jax, 15 arrested in Gainesville child sex sting. CBS Minnesota, 4 arrested in international sex trafficking ring with Minnesota connections. News Times, 2 men arrested in connection with Danbury human trafficking ring. U.S. News, dispatcher for online human trafficking ring gets 11 years. AOL, human trafficking arrests, 3 men accused of exploiting people with mental illness to wealthy clients. NPR, U.S. arrests Mexican state prosecutor, says he's also a drug smuggler named Diablo. CBS Los Angeles, son of Mexican singer Pepe Aguilar arrested on human smuggling charges. The Guardian, U.S. State Department official charged with accepting bribes from Chinese spies. WSB-TV2, former Roswell City Councilman indicted on child sex-related charges. Disclosure. Express.co.uk, exclusive, world is about to be told aliens exist and are here on Earth. RT. Over 33 MN U.S. employee records, including military personnel, had their data hacked. Note, this happened in 2015 and per David Wilcock is part of the alliance's operations to gather information about the cabal and use it further the disclosure, mass arrests process. The Event Chronicle, Blue Origin just released images of its sleek space tourism capsule. Daily Mail, NASA reveals the robotic icebots set to tunnel through the icy surface of Europa to hunt for alien life in its underground oceans. Express.co.uk, former NASA engineer says he saw 9-foot alien on space shuttle during flight. CVT News, bright lights, light-fingered aliens, all part of annual report on UFO sightings. Southwestern University, aliens inside of Mars. Note, I would like to add that today is April 1st and that this piece is supposed to be a reflection of that. However, I have written an entire article about many a truth being said in jest and that the alliance, cabal use this day to disclose things to the public. This was just about everything I wanted to document and get out while I still remembered what I wanted to include. My memory got a good workout today. There are a couple of videos I wanted to finish this article off with, and the first one is of Corey Goode at the CLE. It appears that there is more information in this video than in the previous ones. And another video I wanted to share is one that I have been hooked on for the past couple of days thanks to a YouTube channel creator named Arbor Soler. They used a song by the Carpenters, I Love Them, titled World Contact Day, and it's about reaching out with your mind and making contact with extraterrestrial beings. It's amazing. This is all I have to share with you all. Thank you for reading and much love.
Please like us and share with your social media. Please subscribe and click the bell to be notified of our new videos.
Remember to check out our playlist for important intel you may have missed.
Be sure to enter our subscriber appreciation $100 monthly giveaway. The link is in our description.
And visit our sister channel. The event is coming soon for additional intel and information.
Stay tuned.
Victory of the Light.
Event is coming soon. YouTube channel.